I'm glad you could stop by for prayer today. I thought today we would use my favorite breath prayer. It's from Mark 7, the story of Jesus healing someone who can't speak clearly and is unable to hear. And it sets the stage for inviting the readers of the gospel to be open to what comes next. And so those are the words that I often pray before I enter a room, when I know that my thoughts are scattered, when the world seems upside down. This prayer helps me to open myself to God. So I invite you to close your eyes and to breathe in deeply and to release your breath. And you're going to say, be opened. Be on your in-breath, opened on your out-breath. Be opened. Be opened. Be opened. Be opened. Sometimes we don't want to hear what's going on in the world. Sometimes we don't want to hear another person's pain. Sometimes we thought we heard what someone said, but we didn't get it right. We only partially heard. God, when we are in those moments, remind us to breathe deeply and say those words that Jesus said. Be opened. Sometimes, God, it's so hard to say the right thing, to say the words that come from our heart. They get all tangled up and confused, and sometimes they don't come out the way we want them to. Our passion doesn't let us speak the words clearly and articulately. Or sometimes we're just afraid that if we speak those words, people will turn away. Into those moments, remind us to say these words, to breathe deeply, be open. Holy One, when we're confronted with somebody new, somebody different from us, someone whose history we don't know, whose shoes we haven't walked in, invite us to have an open posture, to be curious, to remind us of those words Jesus spoke, to breathe deeply and say, be open. Jesus, you spoke these words, be open, just before the world starting falling apart for you. As the disciples questioned you, as they didn't understand what you were teaching, as you were being pulled to the center of power to confront those who were treating others in ways you found unacceptable, who didn't love so fully and deeply. And you said these words to invite us to hear the story of your pain, to hear the story of your ministry, to walk with you through the darkness. So in our world, as we have to walk through the darkness, invite us to breathe deeply and to say those words, be opened. Holy One, help us to be open to our family, to our community, to our church. Help us to be open to hear your movement in our world, in our nation, in our community, in our families. Help us to be open.